will go much ahead, and they are in talks with other MPs as well. If the Trinamool Congress, original Trinamool Congress led by Mamata Banerjee has been left by just 5 or 6, then certainly it would be a big jolt both in Lok Sabha and in Rajya Sabha in the upcoming days.
Definitely a huge political turmoil unfolding in the state of West Bengal and action here in the national capital, because yesterday also, in fact, we saw that Abhishek Banerjee met Rahul Gandhi. Day before yesterday, we saw pictures coming in of Mamata Banerjee meeting Sonia Gandhi. Several kind of speculations being made about the merger, about talks between Sonia Gandhi and Mamata Banerjee. However, there is no confirmation about all these talks, but there are speculations, there are here these kind of things being said. But actually, we haven't heard anything so far. But if it happens, then it might be, then it will be. What we are hearing is that in just some time from now, Prakash Banerjee could in fact come here. He in fact is arriving over here. Aishwarya, let us also in fact try to track him, because he in just some time from now will be arriving after submitting his resignation.
Well, they are directly moving from the Rajya Sabha Secretariat to the residence of Nishikant Dubey, and there you can see in the visuals, it is Prakash Chikbarai along with Prakash Chik.
प्रकाश जी, क्या कहना चाहेंगे आप इस्तीफा देकर आए, क्या कहना चाहेंगे, क्या कहना चाहेंगे, आपका संदेश क्या है?
मैं एक साथ में बोलूं।
नहीं, आप पहले संदेश बताइए, आपका संदेश क्या है?
बंगाल के लोग जो राय, जो मैंडेट दिए हैं, गणतांत्रिक देश के गणदेवता जो मैंडेट दिए हैं, मैंडेट को एक्सेप्ट करते हुए क्या करना चाहेंगे, क्या बोलना चाहेंगे? मैं बाहर जाता हूँ। डेवलपमेंट चाहिए।
आपने इस्तीफा क्यों दिया?
सर बाहर आ जाइए, बाहर आ
सर, आपने इस्तीफा क्यों दिया? आपका कारण क्या था?
अपने मन से दिया।
करप्शन बहुत था।
मैं बाहर बोल रहा हूँ।
क्या करप्शन था? आपकी बात नहीं सुनी गई। करप्शन था, आपकी बात नहीं सुनी गई। क्या कारण?
मैं बोल रहा हूँ।
क्या अभी आप लोगों से किसी
যেভাবে মানুষ मैंडेट दिए थे वही मैंडेट के एक्सेप्ट करे আমি রিজাইন করলাম।
आपको मैंडेट, लेकिन आपने रिजाइन क्यों किया?
जैसे आदमी तृणमूल कांग्रेस को वोट नहीं दिया, बीजेपी को वोट दिया है, तो मैंडेट को देखते हुए ये हम लोगों का एक्सेप्ट करना है।
लग रहा था कि करप्शन है पार्टी में, आपकी बात नहीं सुनी जा रही है।
मेरा ज्यादा कुछ वक्तव्य नहीं, आदमी का राय को देखते हुए मैं ये रिजिग्नेशन दिया।
अच्छा, अभी आप लिए आगे की क्या रणनीति होगी सर?
वो बाद में बोलूंगा मैं।
आप लोगों को टीएमसी से कनेक्ट किया किसी ने?
मैं बोलता हूँ।
सो दैट सर, आपसे टीएमसी को कॉल आया किसी का कि नहीं पार्टी, ऐसा किसी ने कहा?
वो तो होगा।
सर, रीजन आप लोग क्या कहेंगे, कहाँ पे वो क्रैकिंग पॉइंट क्या रहा?
अरे आप सब एकजुट हो जाइए ना।
बंगाल के लोग का जो मैंडेट है वो मैंडेट को देखते हुए मैं रिजिग्नेशन दिया।
बंगाल के लोगों के मैंडेट को देखते हुए आपने रिजाइन किया है, ठीक है। So that was in fact, Prakash Banerjee, who in fact has recently resigned and has exclusively spoken to NDTV in an exclusive conversation. His first response was in fact to NDTV, and he in fact very categorically stated that he resigned because of the mandate that actually the BJP had got. And in an exclusive conversation, he multiple times, not just once. Aishwarya, if you could come this side, and we will also in fact speak about the conversation that he had with us in the first response that NDTV managed to access, about he speaking that he he in fact resigned because the kind of mandate BJP has got.
Well, certainly it is now two prominent leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Mamata Banerjee and Nishikant Dubey. These two leaders have been clearly on a daily basis communicating to the rebel Trinamool Congress Rajya Sabha MPs as far as what they feel. Now let's hear from Prakash Banerjee once again as to what he has to say after submitting this.
तो इसी को देखते हुए मैं रिजाइन करने वाले आपके साथ मैं दूसरा कोई कमेंट नहीं।
कितने अभी राज्यसभा के एमपीज और रिजाइन
से पूछ लीजिए। मैं अपना जो बात है मैं अपना बात रखा। मैं नहीं, पर्सनली मैं किसी को नहीं।
कितने और राज्यसभा एमपीज कितने और राज्यसभा एमपीज So now Prakash Chikbarai clearly moving into the residence of Nishikant Dubey, and as we are mentioning that it is Nishikant Dubey, Mamata Banerjee who is in constant talks with these rebel MPs as far as the Trinamool Congress Rajya Sabha camp is concerned. Prakash Chikbarai now entering over here. Soon he will be addressing the media as well, but as he has stated that it's an individual decision of him, as being also communicated earlier by Sushmita Dev, that it is their independent, politics that they are doing as of now. They have not decided who to join the party, whether they will go to the Bharatiya Janata Party. But sources clearly indicating to us that they will be soon joining the Bharatiya Janata Party as far as the Rajya Sabha MPs are concerned.
Yes, absolutely. What we are hearing is that there are more MPs who could also join the camp of Kakoli Ghosh. Kakoli Ghosh is still here in the national capital. There are many MPs, in fact, who have gone back to their own state, that is West Bengal. But there are many, in fact, who are still here. And in fact, while speaking to them, they also, in fact, mentioned that the top brasses of TMC have been continuously trying to get in touch with them. They are trying to retain them in a way that they should come back. And not just that, but also, in fact, multiple times calls were made to these MPs, and they were reminded about the kind of about the kind of affection they have with Mamata Banerjee, about the kind of whatever party has given to them. But the MPs, in fact, were very much adamant. They stated, in fact, while speaking to us, they also stated that they have made their mind that they are going to stay all together and they are going to form a separate group. And then after that, they have also written a letter as they claim that they have more than 20.
पब्लिक राय दिया, भारतीय जनता पार्टी जीती, सरकार बनी। मेरा भी कंस्टिट्यूएंसी में एक भी सीट हम लोग नहीं पाए, नॉर्थ बंगाल का भी सीट अच्छा नहीं है, रिजल्ट अच्छा नहीं हुआ। इस मैंडेट को देखते हुए मुझको भी लगा कि ना अब रहना ठीक नहीं है। मैं अपना पद से भी इस्तीफा दिया, पार्टी से भी इस्तीफा।
क्या ममता बनर्जी से आपकी बातचीत हुई?
नहीं,
मतलब कोई नाराजगी थी आपकी? कोई नाराजगी थी ममता बनर्जी?
मैं दूसरा कोई टॉपिक में बात नहीं करना चाहता।
ममता बनर्जी से कोई नाराजगी थी?
नहीं, मैं दूसरा कोई टॉपिक में बात
क्या आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि आपका मर्जर होगा बीजेपी के साथ में?
उस समय का इंतजार कीजिए। मेरा जो देखिए, मेरा उम्र ज्यादा नहीं है। इन फ्यूचर पॉलिटिक्स में क्या करना है नहीं, वो समय के इंतजार कीजिए, समय की प्रतीक्षा कीजिए।
और भी कोई सांसद है आपके साथ?
मुझको मालूम नहीं।
टीएमसी में क्या दिक्कत है? टीएमसी में क्या दिक्कत है?
मैं बार बार बोला ना, ये जो असेंबली इलेक्शन का जो मैंडेट है, ये तृणमूल कांग्रेस का पक्ष में नहीं था, बीजेपी के पक्ष में है। ऑब्वियसली गणतांत्रिक देश का गणदेवता यानी कि पब्लिक अगर चाहता है कि यह पार्टी को जिताए, इसको मैंडेट ना मिले, इस जनाधार को देखते हुए, जिस तरह से सिचुएशन चल रहा है, इस सब चीज को देखते हुए मेरा भी पर्सनल डिसीजन हुआ कि नहीं।
लेकिन आपको क्या सोच, आप ये सोच रहे थे सभी लोग छोड़ के जा रहे हैं तो हम भी छोड़ के चलते हैं?
मैं कौन? मैं तो एक छोटा सा एक सांसद था। बड़े बड़े सांसद, बड़े बड़े मिनिस्टर्स जो थे, वो भी अपना डिसीजन लिए, तो मेरा तो फर्स्ट टाइम।
आपके पास कहीं से कॉल भी आया था?
कहाँ से
कॉल भी आया था आपके पास?
ना, आज नहीं आया।
अरे रुको यार, रुको, कर लो यार एक एक करके।
बांग्ला में दीदी
क्या बोला सर?
बांग्ला में বাংলার মানুষকে কি বলবে?
বাংলার মানুষ যেভাবে অ্যাসেম্বলি ইলেকশনে যে রায় দিয়েছে, এই রায়কে দেখে আমিও নিজের পদ থেকে ইস্তফা দিলাম। আদারওয়াইজ অন্য কোনো ইন্টেনশন না। সেকেন্ড হলো, বাংলার মাননীয় মুখ্যমন্ত্রী যেভাবে ইনস্ট্রাকশন দিবে, আগামী দিন আমি ওই কাজ করব।
শুভেন্দুদের সাথে কথা হয়েছে শুভেন্দুদার সাথে কোনো কথা হয়েছে কালকে?
না, পার্সোনাল কথা আমি এখানে বলবো না। আমি যে কথা বললাম, বাংলার মানুষ যেভাবে রায় দিয়েছে, রায়কে দেখে আমি নিজে ডিসিশন দিয়েছি। মাননীয় মুখ্যমন্ত্রী শুভেন্দু অধিকারী আমাদের দাদা যেভাবে আগামী দিন রায় দেবেন, ওইভাবে আমরা কাজ করবো, ডেভেলপমেন্ট কিনা কাজ করবো। हो गया तो हो गया।
क्या बोलना चाहेंगे आप? शॉर्ट में समझना चाहेंगे, आपने तो इस्तीफा दिया, क्या आपकी डिमांड है और क्या क्या रीजन?
मेरा कोई डिमांड नहीं। मेरा बंगाल के लोग, पश्चिम बंगाल में जो मैंडेट बीजेपी को मिला, भारतीय जनता पार्टी को मिला, ऑब्वियसली इस राय को देखते हुए, क्योंकि गणतांत्रिक देश का गणदेवता पब्लिक है, पब्लिक अगर वोट दिया बीजेपी को, इस राय को देखते हुए मैं भी अपना पद से इस्तीफा दिया। थैंक यू।
Right, that was the
MP who has resigned from the TMC, saying that he followed the mandate of the people. Akhilesh, my colleague, joining us to get us the very latest on this. Akhilesh, we just heard the MP who's resigned from the Rajya Sabha taking down the number. Now, yesterday it was standing at 11 with Sushmita Dev quitting. Now that number's come down to 10. There are more such MPs that could perhaps be resigning. But his reasoning, what he said, the reason he has quit from the TMC is because the people of West Bengal did not vote for the TMC and they voted for the BJP.
Well, it's a surprising statement because the Rajya Sabha MP is not elected directly by the people. He's elected by the MLAs who are voted by the people. So it's a kind of a questionable argument which he is giving. But of course, we know that the understanding is with the BJP that he's going to join the BJP shortly. And the by-election due to his resignation will take place and he will be likely to be a candidate of the BJP. And he will come to the upper house on a BJP symbol now. So this is the understanding which we saw a similar thing happening in Odisha also, where one after another, BJD MP from Rajya Sabha resigning, joining the BJP, and the by-election necessitated from his or her resignation, they come on the BJP symbol and enter the upper house. A similar thing is going to happen in West Bengal also. In the coming days, we may see 2 or 3 more Rajya Sabha MPs resigning, because unlike Lok Sabha, where there's a strong anti-Abhishek Banerjee mood, in the upper house, in the Rajya Sabha, where 13 Trinamool Congress MPs are there, many of them are Mamata Banerjee loyalists and also Abhishek Banerjee loyalists. So for the 2/3 majority to split the parliamentary party in Rajya Sabha, it is a bit difficult. That's why this formula is being adopted there, that one after another TMC MP resign from the Rajya Sabha, they join the BJP and they enter the Rajya Sabha once again on BJP symbol.
Right, let's just listen into what Dilip Ghosh really has said on the matter.
মূল একটা গ্যাং ছিল, যেমন ডি কোম্পানি সেরকমই ছিল গ্যাং। সেই ধান্দাবাজ লোক এসেছিল, যে হেরেছে ধান্দা হবে না চলে যাচ্ছে। এই পার্টির ভবিষ্যৎ নাই কি, আর বাংলার ভবিষ্যৎ শেষ করে দিচ্ছে।
Well, we have Tejri with us as well. Akhilesh also with us. Tejri, we just heard Dilip Ghosh comparing, the TMC to a gang similar to that of the D company.
Well, it's absolutely now BJP is raising guns at the TMC, and why not? Because their own MPs are in fact coming out and leveling very serious kind of allegations. We have seen that how in the past week there were several MPs whom in fact we exclusively spoke to, and they were highlighting the kind of problems that they were facing. Not just that, but they also in fact stated that there was no stake, so as to what they said, there was no stake in policy making, no opinion was taken, there was no, what they have to say in the decision making. Apart from that, one of the MP also in fact stated that in the past 2 to 3 years, Didi badal gayi thi is what she stated. She was also one of the very close, very close confidant to Mamata Banerjee. But now what we are learning is, as the MPs are in fact resigning, there is also in fact a lot of tension in the team Mamata Banerjee as well. However, there are many MPs in fact who are still with Mamata Banerjee, like TMC MP Kirti Azad, who in fact is calling these all MPs as traitors. Apart from that, Kalyan Banerjee, as we see, have been slamming all these MPs, and in fact he held a press conference in which he stated that why actually did these MPs who are now coming out in the support of the BJP and are slamming TMC, what actually happened in the past decade, why they did not understand that
we also have reactions coming about from the Congress party happening. Tejri, we have Gaurav Gogoi saying that, while the focus of the BJP should be in delivering the promises that they made in the manifesto, instead they're only focused on, they're preoccupied with capturing power, and that is the allegation that is being made by the Congress. Is there, that talk that's been doing the rounds as far as a merger with the Congress party there, which for now has been put to rest? Could there be a merger that could be brewing between the TMC and the Congress in order to save the party? Akhilesh, my colleague with us. Akhilesh, of course, in order to see a future for the TMC, the team Mamata could perhaps be weighing in on the option of a merger with the Congress party. We saw those meetings back to back, whether it's meeting with Abhishek Banerjee and Rahul Gandhi, or Mamata Banerjee herself meeting with Sonia Gandhi. And this all of this is coming about with Gaurav Gogoi. They're really, hitting out at the BJP, saying that their focus should be on running the government in West Bengal, as opposed to attacking the TMC and ensuring that there are more people that are joining the BJP.
That's correct. In fact, coming to the Gaurav Gogoi's argument, one has to see the picture in a larger context. The larger context is very simple that in the immediate future, there are no elections due in West Bengal. The next election is going to be the Lok Sabha election, which will take place in 2029. And of course, the assembly election will come after that. So the immediate priority for the BJP leadership is to have 2/3 majority in parliament. We know that now in the budget session, the constitutional amendment bill to bring delimitation and to bring about women reservation by
Akhilesh, how many more MPs are required to reach that number, that mark?
Well, you know, you need 362. That's the 2/3 mark in the Lok Sabha. And if you add these 22 MPs from Trinamool Congress and another 22 from DMK, who may extend a conditional based support to the NDA, still the NDA will be short by 20 or 15 MPs. That will be, that number can be gathered from smaller parties and some other parties from South India. So, in fact, NDA is now inching closer to that 2/3 majority mark in the Lok Sabha. And also in the Rajya Sabha, we will see that in the immediate future, NDA will cross not only 150 mark, but it will also get closer to that 2/3 mark, which is 162 in the Rajya Sabha.
Right, and all of this coinciding with the Calcutta High Court taking up the case. This is the plea of Abhishek Banerjee in that signature forgery case. We're going to keep tracking that as well. For now, we're slipping into a very short break.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा,
सबका राजा आरती और मसाला।
And in the middle of this escalating crisis in the Trinamool Congress, joining me live is Trinamool Birbhum Member of Parliament in the Lok Sabha, Shatabdi Roy. Ms. Roy, welcome. You know, so much has been said over the last few days, but there seems to be no end to this crisis. You've seen two big names today, quitting. One quitting, which was Sushmita Dev. The other is Shayoni Ghosh, whose name has now figured in the list of quote-unquote rebels that are part of the faction that you belong to as well. The crisis doesn't seem to be ending, Ms. Roy. Welcome.
It's happened because of, I think, everyone has same problem. Everyone has same complaint. Everyone has same feeling insult of from the parties. I think that's why all are together, and it's a 20. And assembly also, it's a 80 MLAs are there. Between 62 are in the opposition. Yeah. So I believe that the maximum MPs or MLAs are there. That means they all are oppose that system. All are irritated of this political corruption. And I think it should be addressing that from the party. It should be because of if one or two MLAs or MPs feel relieved, but if counting number is that more.
I have the list with me. Let me read out the names and I'll ask you my second question, Ms. Roy. Kakoli Ghosh Dastidar, Shatabdi Roy, which is you, Sayoni Ghosh, Shatrughan Sinha, Yusuf Pathan.
I don't know about the Shayani. She signed or not, but
no. We are hearing that she is.
I know.
She is part of that list, is what we are hearing. Yusuf Pathan, June Malia, Mala Roy, Mitali Bagh, Jagdish Chandra Basunia, Khalilur Rahman, Abu Tahir Khan, Partha Bhaumik, Bapi Haldar, Deepak Adhikari, Kalipada Soren, Arup Chakravarti, Sharmila Sarkar, Asit Kumar Mal, and Rachana Banerjee. That's the list that we have with us, Ms. Roy.
Yes, absolutely. almost 20.
Yeah, this is a team of 19. You know, look, many
19.
things. Ma'am, you've been quoted as saying that Mamata Banerjee had changed. There was no access to her. There was corruption, etc. My simple question to you is to go a little deeper than that. All of these names that I've just read out are people, who were praising Mamata Banerjee till before the election results. You're all in the Lok Sabha, not in the Assembly. But I'm just saying that you were all leaders who were supportive of Mamata Banerjee before the election results. Something has changed after the election results. That is what I'm curious about. You have not spoken against Mamata Banerjee before the results.
If you are in the NDTV, you have to praise that your TV channel. You can't say anything if you are happy. If you are not happy in your with your colleagues or your owners, you can't say anything because it's I think ethically you can't.
But
say
madam,
that
I'm asking you why. But why would this not? Why would all of these people wait till after the results to take such action?
No,
is my question.
If you ask me, it's for my decision was not a for defeated our party after fourth. It's not that. That time it was after fourth. Didi called us for 10 or after 20 to 12 days. That time I was expecting. She asked why we are defeated. What is the reason? Why? It's a very important question. Why? If you are not agreed, or if you not analysis your defeat, then how will you progress? Next time, next election, and next day, tomorrow also we have done same things which is not good or which.
What did Mamata Banerjee tell you when you met her after the results? What did she tell you? What changed your mind?
No one can say their opinion. No one. She said we are not defeated against BJP. They are threatening me. That is every time she is usually talking to the channel. Every time it's the same thing, same result. No. She told me, if you have any problem, if you have a complaint, just write it down. I don't think that is at our disaster time. We don't have time to write. You have to take decision immediately.
What decision did you want her to take? What decision did you want her to take that she did not take?
First analysis. Why you are defeated. Then you can decide why. It's a IPAC problem. It's a Abhishek problem. It's our corruption problem. What is that? Corruption is a huge problem. But she is not addressing that point. And we can't say anything that day. That day, that time only, I decided no. Party don't want any changes, any new concept or any reshuffling their concept or their anything. They don't want to change. It's going on and on.
But
same thing.
But Ms. Roy, some people will say, your supporters will say, Trinamool supporters will say that this is a crisis time after the results when the party has been defeated so badly. This is a crisis time when all of you should be together. This is the time to stand with your leader. I'm just saying, I'm thinking this is what your supporters might be saying. How will you answer your supporters? Maybe Mamata Banerjee was not, in the mindset to listen to you immediately. She needed support, but you were not standing with her when she needed you the most. How will you answer that question?
First of all, they are also thinking same thing. I am a prominent MP. That's why you're asking me. But in cadres, leaders, and public also. They are voted against us. You can ask them. They are thinking same way, same process. After defeated, just think about that. Almost all parties have defeated sometimes.
Yes.
After within a month or within a day, it's react public. Just think about the public reaction.
Yeah.
That means they are not supported. They are not support us. So, if you ask me, I feel bad because of Mamata Di. I'm emotionally attached with her. I am, and I was. One point, if I had to believe I am not with the Mamata Di. I had to believe it. But right now, I think I took right decision. Only things if I done wrong, that is your question. This time, Mamata Banerjee is a bad shape. I leave her. It's a morally and emotionally, I'm wrong.
No, that's a big.
Otherwise, I'm done same good thing.
That's a big thing that you are saying, Shatabdi Roy. You're saying that emotionally and morally you feel that it was not right, but you feel that the decision you have taken is correct, and that's because of your emotions for Mamata Banerjee. I want to ask you, ever since this crisis began, has she tried to reach out to you? You are a 4-time.
Welcome back. India has summoned a senior US diplomat after US forces fired on a vessel off the Oman coast. This is the MEA saying that 21 Indian soldiers have been rescued, and following that very attack, as far as the sailors are concerned, while 3 remain missing. The vessel had 28 crew members, but 24 of them were Indian nationals. When it sent out that distress call reporting the strike, the US military subsequently admitted targeting the vessel during the enforcement of its blockade on Iran. India has strongly condemned the attack and expressed concerns when it comes to the safety of Indian nationals caught in that latest escalation in the Middle East. With that, we're wrapping this bulletin. News and updates will continue. We will keep tracking what's happening in Iran. For now, we're slipping into a short break.
And in the middle of this escalating crisis in the Trinamool Congress, joining me live is Trinamool Birbhum Member of Parliament in the Lok Sabha, Shatabdi Roy. Ms. Roy, welcome. So much has been said over the last few days, but there seems to be no end to this crisis. You've seen 2 big names today, quitting. One quitting, which was Sushmita Dev. The other is Shayoni Ghosh, whose name has now figured in the list of quote-unquote rebels that are part of the faction that you belong to as well. The crisis doesn't seem to be ending, Ms. Roy. Welcome.
It's happened because of, I think, everyone has same problem. Everyone has same complaint. Everyone has same feeling insult of from the parties. I think that's why all are together, and it's a 20. And assembly also, it's a 80 MLAs are there. Between 62 are in the opposition. Yeah. So I believe that the maximum MPs or MLAs are there. That means they all are oppose that system, all are irritated of this political corruption, and I think it should be addressing that from the party. It should be because of if one or two MLAs or MPs feel readily, but if counting number is that more.
I have the list with me. Let me read out the names and I'll ask you my second question, Ms. Roy. Kakoli Ghosh Dastidar, Shatabdi Roy, which is you, Sayuni Ghosh, Shatrughan Sinha, Yusuf Pathan.
I don't know about the Shani. She signed or not, but
no, we are hearing that she is
Kakoli Ghosh also I know.
She is part of that list, is what we are hearing. Yusuf Pathan, June Malia, Mala Roy, Mitali Bagh, Jagdish Chandra Basunia, Khalilur Rahman, Abu Tahir Khan, Partha Bhaumik, Bapi Haldar, Deepak Adhikari, Kalipada Soren, Arup Chakravarti, Sharmila Sarkar, Asit Kumar Mal, and Rachana Banerjee. That's the list that we have with us, Ms. Roy.
Yes, absolutely. Almost 20.
Yeah, this is a team of 19. You know, look, many 19. Things. Ma'am, you've been quoted as saying that Mamata Banerjee had changed. There was no access to her. There was corruption, etc. My simple question to you is to go a little deeper than that. All of these names that I've just read out are people, who were praising Mamata Banerjee till before the election results. You're all in the Lok Sabha, not in the Assembly. But I'm just saying that you were all leaders who were supportive of Mamata Banerjee before the election results. Something has changed after the election results. That is what I'm curious about. You have not spoken against Mamata Banerjee before the results.
If you are in the NDTV, you have to praise that your TV channel. You can't say anything if you are happy. If you are not happy in your with your colleagues or your owners, you can't say anything because it's I think ethically you can't.
But madam, I'm asking you why. But why would this not? Why would all of these people wait till after the results to take such action? No, is my question.
If you ask me, it's for my decision was not for defeated our party. After fourth, it's not that. That time it was after fourth. Didi called us for 10 or after 20 to 12 days. That time I was expecting. She asked why we are defeated. What is the reason? Why? It's a very important question. Why? If you are not agreed, or if you not analysis your defeat, then how you progress? Next time, next election, and next day, tomorrow also we have done same things which is not good or which.
What did Mamata Banerjee tell you when you met her after the results? What did she tell you? What changed your mind?
No one can say their opinion. No one. She said we are not defeated against BJP. They are threatening me. That is every time she is usually talking to the channel. Every time it's the same thing, same result. No. She told me, if you have any problem, if you have a complaint, just write it down. I don't think that is at our disaster time. We don't have time to write. You have to take decision immediately.
What decision did you want her to take? What decision did you want her to take that she did not take?
First analysis. Why you are defeated. Then
Good afternoon. You're watching Breaking Ground on Vedika. So the quick check on the headlines at the top of noon. Big jolt for Mamata Banerjee. TMC MP Prakash Chikbarek quits. third MP to quit TMC in a week after Sukhendu Sekhar Ray and Sushmita Dev. Get you inside the inside track on the real Trinamool Congress formula. BJP strategists craft split roadmap. The rebel faction to move election commission for the TMC symbol. Is the party headed for a Sena-style split? Is the question of the hour. Major political row unfolds in the state of Karnataka. BJP claims massive 39,000 crore rupee kickback in a waste management scam. BJP accuses DK's government of corruption, demands high-level investigation. Meenakshi Natarajan's Rajya Sabha nomination row now reaches the top court. Congress moves Supreme Court, calls decision unlawful, demands immediate reversal. 3 Indians missing after an attack on a commercial vessel off the coast of Oman. 21 crew members rescued safely while search operations continue to trace the missing seafarers. US-Iran war escalates. Iran attacks Bahrain, Kuwait and ships in Hormuz after new US strikes. Shut Strait of Hormuz once again. And Open Door lays off entire Indian workforce, moves roles to the US. Open Door's India exit is fueling a bigger conversation about AI and about outsourcing. Another Trinamool Congress leader, Prakash Chigbarik, has resigned as a member of the Rajya Sabha, the third party MP to quit this week. His resignation comes a day after Sushmita Dev, a former Congress leader, a former TMC leader who joined the TMC in 2021, quit the party earlier this week. Remember, Sukhendu Sekhar Ray had also tendered his resignation from the party as well as the Rajya Sabha. That brings it to 3 Rajya Sabha MPs from the TMC that have put in their papers. I have Shreyashi with me, who will bring us the latest on the story. If I'm not mistaken, to 10 in the upper house of parliament, a triple jolt within a week for Mamata Banerjee in terms of the Rajya Sabha numbers.
Absolutely, Vedika. The total strength of West Bengal from here in the Rajya Sabha and the upper house is 16, out of which Trinamool Congress had 13 seats, and now after the 3 back-to-back resignations in the last 72 hours, that number has fallen to 10. Now, of course, why are Rajya Sabha MPs resigning? If we look at the political equation within the Rajya Sabha, the opposition had a very strong foothold inside the Rajya Sabha. But now with these Trinamool Congress MPs resigning, it is in all likeliness that they will be re-nominated from BJP tickets in case of Sushmita Dev. She had a meeting with Himanta Biswa Sarma in the national capital right after her resignation and said that he was her guide, and that signaled at her returning to the Rajya Sabha from a BJP ticket in Assam. As far as Prakash Chigbarik is concerned, there's already a Lok Sabha MP for the BJP from Alipurduar district, from where he hails, and in all likeliness he could make a re-entry into the Rajya Sabha with a BJP nomination, given the strength of the BJP now in the Vidhan Sabha here in West Bengal after the recently concluded elections. So that increases the BJP's number considerably in the upper house, and that will make it easier for them to pass the bills that have been blocked so far by the opposition, which they haven't been able to pass. But of course, this is a big jolt to Mamata Banerjee as her party's mutiny continues to escalate, not just in the Vidhan Sabha and the Lok Sabha, but also now in the Rajya Sabha.
Do stay with me, Shreyashi. Manogya is also joining me live from the newsroom. Manogya, the fight is imploding, of course, for the TMC, for Mamata Banerjee. She's staring at an unprecedented rebellion within the ranks of her party. But along with that, now the fight also for the party symbol. Well, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. Remember, I said last week also that there is more to it than what meets the eye. The entire MPs who have parted ways from Trinamool Congress and say that they will be sitting in another block in the Lok Sabha premises inside the house have decided and will be also joined by the MLAs of the state. So if there is a chunk of MLAs from Trinamool Congress who combine hands and also have said that, remember Mamata Banerjee had said that we would like former Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee to be an advisor to us and we will follow what she says. But in practical, what we're listening and seeing doesn't match to what has been said. The political scenario seems to be changing, and especially those MPs who parted ways or are the rebel MPs of Trinamool Congress and have been vocal against what has been going on in the party or against the leadership in the party are the ones who will be joining hands together both at the state level as well as the center level, and will be approaching the Election Commission of India demanding that is the symbol, the Trinamool Congress symbol, the Joda Phool that we call, or rather the grassroots, they will be taking claim for that. So that is expected to be, that's what our sources tell us, that this is the next step forward before almost the kind of exodus that we're seeing, that itself speaks volumes about what's going on in Trinamool Congress.
All right, do stay with me. A quick recap for our viewer. The Trinamool Congress chief Mamata Banerjee gets another big jolt. Now Trinamool Congress MP Prakash Chigbarek has also quit from his post as well as from the party. He's quit as the Rajya Sabha MP, reacting to his resignation. Former TMC MP said that he was not happy with TMC and followed the mandate of the people of Bengal. This is him speaking out after the news came in. This comes days after, remember, Mamata Banerjee's close aide Sukhendu Ray resigned from Rajya Sabha and the party, followed by Rajya Sabha MP Sushmita Dev. In the Lok Sabha, sources indicate that the list of rebel MPs has now grown to 19, with names such as Shayani Ghosh, Yusuf Pathan and Shatrughan Sinha also doing the rounds. Team Mamata, however, has strongly rejected these claims, describing them as a BJP-driven narrative.
कहना चाहेंगे आप इस्तीफा देकर आए, क्या कहना चाहेंगे, क्या कहना चाहेंगे, आपका संदेश क्या है?
मैं एक साथ में बोल
नहीं, आप पहले संदेश बताइए, आपका संदेश क्या है?
बंगाल के लोग जो मैंडेट दिए हैं, गणतांत्रिक देश के गणदेवता जो मैंडेट दिए हैं, मैंडेट को एक्सेप्ट करते हुए
क्या कहना चाहेंगे, क्या बोलना चाहेंगे?
मैं बाहर जाता हूँ। डेवलपमेंट चाहिए।
आपने इस्तीफा क्यों दिया?
सर बाहर आ जाइए, बाहर आ जाइए।
आपने इस्तीफा क्यों दिया? आपका कारण क्या था?
अपने मन से दिया।
करप्शन बहुत था।
मैं बाहर बोल रहा हूँ।
क्या करप्शन था? आपकी बात नहीं सुनी गई। करप्शन था, आपकी बात नहीं सुनी गई। क्या?
मैं बोल रहा हूँ।
क्या अभी आप लोगों से किसी
मैंडेट दिए थे, वही मैंडेट के एक्सेप्ट करे, हम रिजाइन करें।
आपको मैंडेट, लेकिन आपने रिजाइन क्यों किया?
जैसे आदमी तृणमूल कांग्रेस को वोट नहीं दिया, बीजेपी को वोट दिया है, तो मैंडेट को देखते हुए ये हम लोगों का एक्सेप्ट करना है।
लग रहा था कि करप्शन है पार्टी में, आपकी बात नहीं सुनी जा रही है।
बंगाल के लोग का जो मैंडेट है, वो मैंडेट को देखते हुए मैं रिजिग्नेशन दिया।
बंगाल के लोगों के मैंडेट को देखते हुए आपने रिजाइन किया।
मुझे इस बारे में कुछ पता नहीं है। मैं तो राज्यसभा का सदस्य नहीं हूँ और इनको मैं ठीक से जानता भी नहीं था, तो क्यों इस्तीफा दिए है पता नहीं। कोई नाराजगी था, इसके बारे में हमारा जानकारी नहीं है।
लेकिन आखिर ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है कि हर दिन कोई न कोई इस्तीफा दे रहा है, पार्टी को छोड़ रहा है सर?
तो दिखाई जा रहा है इनको कोई नाराजगी था। पहले वो बोल नहीं पाते, अभी बोलते हैं, रिजाइन करते हैं, बीजेपी उसका देते हैं, ये सब मिलके ये होता।
ये कि उनको मालूम है कि राज्यसभा की सांसद नहीं बन पाएंगे। अच्छी लड़की हैं, लेकिन क्या करें, कुछ लोगों को सत्ता में रहने का शौक है, तो वो इसी तरीके से प्रयास करते हैं। मेरे को उनके खिलाफ कुछ नहीं, वो एक अच्छी हैं। उनका परिवार, हमारा परिवार बड़ा पुराना जानता है। मेरा पिताजी 1952 से सांसद थे, उनके पिताजी भी बड़े सीनियर सांसद थे, दोनों कैबिनेट में थे, तो एक पारिवारिक रिश्ता तो है, लेकिन फिर क्या करें।
आज भाजपा की सरकार बंगाल में है, उनको अब लोगों की सेवा करनी चाहिए। जो उन्होंने मैनिफेस्टो में जो वो कहे हैं उस पर अमल करें। उसके बजाय वो सत्ता हासिल करने में वो व्यस्त है। इसी तरीके से मध्य प्रदेश में भी आज लोकतंत्र को खत्म कर रहे हैं। तो जब तक भाजपा रहेगी, देश के जो मूल समस्या है, आज के जो मूल आर्थिक समस्या है, वो हल होने नहीं वाले।
তৃণমূল একটা গ্যাং ছিল, যেমন ডি কোম্পানি সেরকমই ছিল গ্যাং। সেই ধান্দাবাজ লোক এসেছিল, যে হেরেছে ধান্দা হবে না চলে যাচ্ছে। এই পার্টির ভবিষ্যৎ নাই কি, আর বাংলার ভবিষ্যৎ শেষ করে দিচ্ছে।
Another day, another MP has left Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee. Nobody wants to stay with Mamata and Abhishek because first Janta has rejected them, now Jan Pratinidhi, the MPs and MLAs are rejecting them. The 60 odd MLAs rejected them. We have seen almost 19 to 20 Lok Sabha MPs rejecting them. Rajya Sabha MPs are quitting because Mamata Banerjee chose to put Bhatija over party. She has done the same thing that Sonia Gandhi and others have done. Putramo, and in Putramo, the parties never stay together. We have seen this in the case of Sharad Pawar's party, Uddhav Sena's party, or in the case of TMC, this is happening because of the Bhatija. But unfortunately, Mamata Banerjee is blinded by her love for Bhatija and she has sacrificed the party. And this is what happens when you put Parivarwad above party.
Manogya, we've spoken about the Rajya Sabha MPs who've been exiting the party, 3 as of now, bringing down the number of seats and representation by the TMC in the Rajya Sabha to 10. For a moment, let's talk about the Lok Sabha as well. Sources telling NDTV that when it comes to the Lok Sabha, the list of rebel MPs stands at least 19. Let's just talk about the way forward when it comes to the Speaker, the ball in the Speaker's court for now. What should we expect over the next few days?
Well, first of all, the Trinamool Congress has been continuously in denial and stating that the MPs are with them. However, the spilling of beans has made it amply clear that they do not have the mandate or the support of at least 19 MPs who claim to be together on the same page with each other and are on the same stage also. Even though there have been interactions with several leaders, they've been telling us that yes, we have parted ways, we have agreed, we are not leaving Trinamool Congress, but we are claiming that we are the real Trinamool Congress. So there will be, we've seen what unfolded in Maharashtra, we've seen what unfolded in other states, but here the entire bargain and the entire debate is different because former Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee is the chairperson of the party and there's no debate on who would be the next Chief Minister because the party is not in power anymore. BJP knows that they are here to rule for the next 5 years in the state, so they also know that what should be and what would be the way forward for even the Trinamool Congress leaders who've realized and that's perhaps one of the reasons why they're distancing themselves from the leadership of Trinamool Congress, which is both Abhishek Banerjee and Mamata Banerjee, and have been very vocal about it too. When we talk about the differences, they are out in open. There are leaders who are speaking on what happened in the state, on how they have suffered, and the fact that they're speaking out now itself is a big jolt to the Trinamool Congress. As far as the developments in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha is concerned, well, it completely depends on the numbers that are here in Exodus, which is expected to be more than 19 or maybe crossing 20 also.
Aishwarya also joining us live. Aishwarya, let's just talk about what to expect when it comes to the Speaker. You've had the rebel TMC leaders waiting patiently for the Speaker to return to the national capital. What should we expect in the next 24 to 48 hours when it comes to the rebel TMC faction?
Well, the sources indicated that as far as the Lok Sabha is concerned, the list that NDTV exists with the 19 Lok Sabha rebel Trinamool Congress MPs, doing that signatures on the and submitting that letter to Lok Sabha Speaker. Certainly, they are waiting very patiently to seek a time. The Bharatiya Janata Party strategists on the other side are also mulling upon that what needs to be done. Whether this particular group will, sit outside and support the NDA, whether they will be in alliance with the NDA, or whether they will claim to be an original party, because 18.66, remember, is the number that is 2/3 of the total members of the Trinamool Congress to claim that they are the original Trinamool Congress. Yes, the Bharatiya Janata Party strategists have been mulling upon. There have been 2 meetings that went on separately at the residence of Union Minister Bhupendra Yadav. Yesterday night, it was 4 to 5 more rebel MPs that joined that particular meeting, in which West Bengal Chief Minister Shubhendu Adhikari was also present. And certainly, they are waiting for the numbers to be finalized. They are saying that it could increase to 21 or it might go to 22 as well. So yes, once the number finalizes, then certainly Similarly, they will again seek an appointment from the Lok Sabha Speaker, who is back in Delhi, and they will be submitting the formal letter of support to the NDA as far as the rebel groups are concerned. On the other side, as far as Rajya Sabha is concerned, the sources have confirmed to us that all of these 3 MPs which have resigned so far, including many more to come, has been claimed by the rebel TMC Rajya Sabha MPs. They will be joining the Bharatiya Janata Party, will be sent to the Rajya Sabha on the BJP symbol very soon. So these are the likely pictures from both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha as far as the rebel TMC MPs are concerned.
All right, do stay with me. I'm going to come back to you and Manogia in a moment from now. But these are the big jolts that the party has seen in just 1 week, with 3 high-profile resignations from the Rajya Sabha as well as the party. First, it was senior leader Sukhendu Sekhar Roy, who was the first to step down on the 8th of this month, resigning both from the upper house of parliament and the party's membership, signalling the start of this turbulence when it comes to the Rajya Sabha. 2 days later, on the 10th, Sushmita Dev followed suit, quitting the Rajya Sabha and the Trinamool Congress in another major blow. She refused to speak against Mamata Banerjee when the media spoke to her. She said this is a personal decision and she will reveal more in the near future. And now, today, the latest exit of Prakash Sheikh Barekh, which has happened, it has deepened the political crisis, making it 3 resignations in a week. And it's been a week of upheaval for the Trinamool Congress, with back-to-back exits raising serious questions about internal cohesion and the road ahead for this party. Coming back to Manogia now. Manogia, you have the Mamata Banerjee faction staring at this implosion. They must be having a strategy in mind. It's like a domino effect when it comes to their MPs and leaders within the party. What are your sources telling you when it comes to the Mamata faction? What is their strategy? What is their road ahead?
Vedika, I'll say that nothing succeeds like success, and success itself is the only formula of success. That's a famous saying. But when we talk about Mamata Banerjee, what I have seen her in 2 decades, I think she's one of the biggest fighters that the country has. She's a leader who's known for her fighting spirit, her never give up spirit. She's always been under pressure and has outperformed when she's been under pressure. Imagine something like a spring when it's pushed back, and it also pushes back, or rather fights back in a similar way. However, this time there are differences when it comes to within the party. Till now, she was fighting the entire force with her own force back behind her. This time, that seems to be missing. There's also a big anti-incumbency that we've seen as a part of the results in the state that will be playing an important role as far as the internal leadership is concerned. There is crisis, there is resentment, and also there are tough decisions that have to be made. However, when we talk about 2 Trinamool Congress leaders, they clearly say we are very confident. We will sail through whatever happens. This is not for the first time that Trinamool Congress is facing challenges, but this is also for the first time that TMC will be facing challenges for its own symbol, for its own leadership. And the question here is not against any other political party, but the own leadership itself, and that is why it is being called as the Trinamool Congress crisis, because till now there was no question on the leadership. The entire leadership and the entire team was fighting together. Here there is a ripple effect that is being seen, and there is a lot of I would say breakaway that will be here to stay and will be the deciding factor for the next plan of action for both party and those parting away.
All right, do stay with me, Manogia, as well as Aishwarya. Let's just also tell our viewers that a Shiv Sena and NCP-like split might happen within the Trinamool Congress. Sources indicate that the BJP strategists are exploring a quote-unquote real party formula to trigger a split within the Trinamool Congress. Under this strategy, a rebel faction within the TMC could stake claim to being the real Trinamool Congress and seek recognition from the speakers of both the Legislative Assembly and the Lok Sabha. A parallel petition could also be moved before the Election Commission, claiming rights over the party's election symbol. Sources say the move would be based on legal arguments that the TMC was not functioning according to its own constitution, with allegations that key decisions were being taken arbitrarily by Mamata Banerjee and her nephew. Very quickly, a recap now of what we're saying here, the inside track on what the BJP could be strategizing according to sources. As the rebellion within the Trinamool Congress gathers momentum, sources indicate that the BJP strategists are working on what is being described as the real party formula rather than a conventional defection model. Under this strategy, the rebel camp is expected to claim that it represents the original and genuine Trinamool Congress. The plan, sources say, is to approach the Lok Sabha Speaker, the Assembly Speaker, seeker, and eventually the Election Commission seeking recognition as the real TMC and staking a claim to the party's election symbol. The legal argument is likely to center on allegations that the party was not functioning in accordance with its own constitution, with claims that key decisions were being taken arbitrarily by the current leadership. Sources further indicate that the roadmap draws heavily from precedents seen in the Shiv Sena, NCP and LGP disputes, where rival factions fought for recognition as the legitimate party. The key distinction here is that this route does not necessarily require a merger with another political party. Instead, the rebel faction would attempt to establish itself as the authentic Trinamool Congress. If such a claim gains legal recognition, it could potentially shield rebel MPs from disqualification on proceedings. What could follow is a prolonged political and legal battle over the party's leadership, organization, and untimely control of the Trinamool Congress name and symbol. We have some breaking news coming in at the moment. The 2 missing Indian sailors have been found dead off the Oman coast. This after the US attack on a tanker. 2 lives have also been lost in that, and now that has been confirmed. This, remember, was a commercial vessel. 2 Indian sailors have died, and a chief engineer remains missing after a commercial vessel was attacked near the Strait of Hormuz. All right, so that's the latest that we have for you. The incident, of course, involves the MT Setbello, which was carrying 24 Indian crew members, which came under attack while transiting the Gulf of Oman. According to the Ministry of External Affairs, the last we heard from them, 21 crew members had been rescued while 3 were missing. And now we have a confirmation, which is an unfortunate one, that 2 of the seafarers have been confirmed dead. The lookout for the 3rd missing seafarer continues as of now. And that means that the Strait of Hormuz, of course, remains on the edge. The latest casualties come as tensions remain high. I have Aditya Rajkol joining me live on the story. Unfortunate news coming in, something that we were fearing till about some time back. 3 seafarers missing, now 2 confirmed dead. Aditya.
Unfortunate news indeed that's coming in amid the West Asia crisis. What we are hearing right now, officially, the Government of India has confirmed that 2 dead bodies have been recovered. 1 remains missing. There are rescue efforts that are underway. India is in touch with the Omani authorities to conduct these rescue and search operations. This was yesterday when a foreign vessel was, in fact, attacked. And you'd remember India had even summoned, in an unprecedented manner, the top diplomat from the United States, Jason Meeks, last night, and a strong protest was launched into this attack. And unfortunate development coming in, there's another vessel that has been attacked today. We are still trying to get more details from our sources in India as well as Oman. But what we are hearing right now, and we'll be breaking details shortly about the latest attack as well, that the Indian mission in Oman has said that we have learned of an incident involving a vessel off Shinas port of Oman earlier today. We are closely monitoring the situation and coordinating with the local authorities for further details. It's awaited if this is, an Indian vessel or not, but it's likely motor tanker Jalveer that we are talking about, which has been attacked near the Shinas port. There are unconfirmed reports of the engine room and funnel of this marine tank, which is on fire. Some videos have been doing rounds as well, but rescue efforts continue. We will, update our viewers once we get more details from the Indian government and DG Shipping. But 2 dead bodies that have been recovered, likely Indian nationals. Confirmations of the names will be, released once the families will be updated and informed. But rescue efforts continue amid the West Asia crisis.
Aditya, do stay with me. I also have Senior Managing Editor Vishnu Shom joining me on the phone line here. Vishnu, we're just getting confirmation on the death of 2 Indian sailors. Of the 3, they were missing, was the last we heard. This, of course, also raising fresh concerns about the safety of Indian seafarers in the midst of this escalating war.
Well, what we can tell you, and this is, as we report this, there's news coming in now, breaking news of yet another incident. So this would be the 3rd incident in the last couple of days, the 2nd one in approximately 24-odd hours. The Indian embassy in Oman saying, and we've learnt of an incident involving a vessel of the Shinas port of Oman earlier today. We are closely monitoring the situation, coordinating with the local authorities for further details. Unconfirmed reports suggest that all of the Indian seafarers on board this vessel, and we don't know the total number at the moment, are safe. I should point out that yesterday a démarche was issued, a very strong diplomatic protest by the government of India to the Charge d'Affaires of the US Embassy in New Delhi. The senior most officer presently at the mission. So India is taking notice of this particular situation very strongly. But what the United States has been saying is that these are unauthorized vessels and that they cannot be, which were involved in trying to get out Iranian oil to outside the straits, which is why they've been targeted. The way they've been targeted is a precision-guided weapon to the engine room, which stops the vessel there and then. For India, the targeting of Indian sailors is utterly unacceptable. However, it needs to be pointed out that the United States is controlling a large part of the waterway there. Iran is controlling another part of the waterway. These are not Indian-flagged ships necessarily, and therefore that situation remains tense with American forces, showing at wanting to continue attacking ships that they believe are unauthorized. I should, however, add that in this particular case, I'm unclear on who attacked this ship.
All right, so there Vishnu and Aditya Rajkol bringing us the latest that there's been a third incident. The details are yet to be confirmed, more details on it. But the Indian Embassy in Oman talking about an incident involving a vessel off Shiraz port of Oman earlier today, and they're closely monitoring the situation and coordinating with the local authorities for further details. We, of course, will bring you all the updates as and when we get to know more. Now, amid cabinet rumblings in Karnataka, fresh face-off is taking place between the BJP and the Congress, which has erupted. Karnataka leader of opposition R. Ashoka has alleged that the Congress was looting the public in the guise of a garbage scam, allegedly worth 39,000 crore rupees. Karnataka Chief Minister D.K. Sivkumar has hit back sharply, alleging that Ashok and Kumaraswamy ran what he calls a garbage lobby. He also took a swipe at the BJP, claiming that past administrative tenders failed under the BJP.
ಈ ಮಾಫಿಯಾನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದೊಂದು ಮಾಫಿಯಾ, ಕಸದೊಂದು ಮಾಫಿಯಾ. ಆ ಮಾಫಿಯಾಗೆ ಅಶೋಕ್ ಅವರು ಸ್ಪೋಕ್ಸ್ಮನ್ ಆಗೋದು ನನಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಆಯಿತು. ಈಗ ಆಯ್ತು, ಎಲ್ರಿ 36,000 ಕೋಟಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ 36,000 ಕೋಟಿ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ತನಿಖೆ ಮಾಡಿ, ಏನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡಲಿ, ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಏಜೆನ್ಸಿ ತಂದು ಮಾಡಲಿ. 36,000 ಬೇಡ, ಬರೀ 10 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿಂದ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೂ ತನಿಖೆ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ರೆಡಿ.
This is a garbage issue. It is the first in the history of the Bangalore. 39,000 crore rupees contract has been given to a private company so that, see, we have given a complaint to Lokayukta, and afternoon we met Honorable Governor in the Loka Bhavan. There also we filed a complaint because this is a biggest scam in Bangalore.
I met Honorable Governor Ji. He told me immediately I will write the strong letter to government. This is a pakka illegal tender. That's the Indian history. It is in Indian history. It is a garbage scandal. You can call it is a garbage scandal in Karnataka. This money will go to Congress Party High Command. That's why they, without knowing of any media, secretly they are done.
In Karnataka now there is a garbage ghotala of 39,000 crores. Imagine, firstly the civic conditions in Karnataka have deteriorated under Congress. They charge highest taxes. Despite that, garbage collection is the worst. Pothole roads, bad infrastructure, and now in the name of cleaning up the garbage, a contract worth 39,000 crores is being given, whereas the price of that contract for the next 30 years should be about 7,000 crores. This is because there has been cost escalations done without any kind of requirement of 950%. All the irregularities have been done. Changes have been made in the contract and tender to favor specific bidders. And we have seen the manner in which all the laws and rules of transparency in public procurement have been violated, because mota paisa is going to be earned by the people involved in this.
Moving from Karnataka to the state of Maharashtra, a request to stop spitting on a public road in the state's Thane area allegedly turned violent, leaving a senior citizen with a fractured leg and multiple injuries. The victim was reportedly assaulted by a cab driver during the altercation, who was also accused of pushing him and later hurling a large stone at him. The incident, which was captured on video and widely circulated on social media, triggered massive public outrage. Soon after the assault, Shiv Sena workers tracked down the accused driver, allegedly thrashed him and then handed him over to the police. Following the escalation, the accused was arrested by the police after Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde directed that he be booked under attempt to murder charges.
त्याला फ्रॅक्चर केला, त्याच्यावर 307 कलम दाखल करून टाका इमिजिएट. म्हणजे परत कोणी अरे त्याच्या मिसेसच्या समोर तो मारतोय आणि कचरा का टाकला म्हणून विचारलं म्हणून हा तुमको नको हा नाही त्याला बरोबर त्याच्यावर 307 कलम करून टाका. कारण कसं आहे असं परत बघा तो बिचारा मी बघतोय त्याचा व्हिडिओ आणि त्याच्या मिसेसच्या समोर दोन्ही सिनियर सिटीजन आहेत. असं जर झालं तर काय कोणी म्हणजे कचरा टाकू नये थुंकू नये असं म्हणणं गुन्हा आहे का? आणि त्याच्या हातात काहीतरी वरून काहीतरी घेत होता त्याचा याला दगड बिगड मारला असता तर तो मेला असतो ना. तर ते अटेम्प्ट टू मर्डर करायला लावून टाका त्याच्यावर. तो बिचारा फ्रॅक्चर झालाय.
Sujata now joins me live. Sujata, what are the latest details in this case? This has been highly disturbing. It's a video that's gone viral on social media. Action has been taken, but the details in terms of the investigation, the charges against the accused. All right, we seem to have a connectivity issue there with Sujata, but the latest is that Eknath Shinde has asked for the man to be booked under attempt to murder charges. I don't think Sujata is connected yet. All right, so that's the latest that we have for you on the story. We're going to move on now. A shocking and chilling murder has sent shockwaves across the state of Haryana. In Hansi, a 25-year-old gym owner, Deepak, was gunned down in broad daylight during an outdoor fitness session. At around 5:30 in the morning, two motorcycle-borne assailants reportedly arrived at the spot and unleashed a barrage of bullets. 10 rounds fired in the victim, or rather into the victim, in just 5 seconds, turning a routine workout session into a scene of horror. Panic gripped the area as the attackers fled moments after the shooting. Terrified trainees watched as the gunmen fled within seconds. Police have launched a manhunt, but the brazen killing has sparked fear and outrage, of course, across the region. On that note, we're slipping a short break. Once we are back, we're going to talk more about the big controversy around comedian Pranit More. Two controversies, one big question: just how much is too much? Anshu More, the stand-up comedian, will be joining us live.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा,
सबका राजा और मसाला।
India Inc.'s most respected names chose India Inc.'s best and brightest.
These kind of awards and jury lineup, you are truly giving it the right weightage.
I think it's heartening to see talent that there is across India Inc.
We should be awarding companies and individuals who have focused not only on growth
but also on bringing good governance.
Be part of jury and vote on the people, the men, the women, the companies in India who have the right stuff is a great opportunity for us.
For us, the biggest thing is trust. That's what we provide.
We need leaders in India that can help take India being a global superpower.
We got a fantastic jury and we've left all decisions to the wisdom of the jury.
Who will earn India's top business honors? Find out at the NDTV Profit Business Leadership Awards. Coming soon.
The news, Ayush. Since when do we do scripts? Fair point. Picture this. The biggest stage. Floodlights. Wow. 4K. The works. Where's the hook? There's going to be celebrities and guaranteed eyeballs. Where's the hook? Think about this. Front page advertisements and hoardings. Bro, where's the hook? Cross-platform, digital first, virality. Without a hook, no way. The message is clear. It's 2026. You gotta be real in a world of reels. You gotta be original in a world where everything seems generated. That's it. That's what we're looking for. The best campaigns, the hottest trends, the smartest brand moves on our new show. But wait, what do we call it? The hook.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
And in the middle of this escalating crisis in the Trinamool Congress, joining me live is Trinamool Birbhum Member of Parliament in the Lok Sabha, Shatabdi Roy. Ms. Roy, welcome. You know, so much has been said over the last few days, but there seems to be no end to this crisis. You've seen two big names today, quitting. One quitting, which was Sushmita Dev. The other is Shayoni Ghosh, whose name has now figured in the list of quote-unquote rebels that are part of the faction that you belong to as well. The crisis doesn't seem to be ending, Ms. Roy. Welcome.
It's happened because of, I think, everyone has same problem. Everyone has same complaint. Everyone has same feeling insult of from the parties. I think that's why all are together, and it's a 20. And assembly also, it's a 80 MLAs are there. Between 62 are in the opposition. Yeah. So I believe that the maximum MPs or MLAs are there. That means they all are oppose that system. All are irritated of this political corruption. And I think it should be addressing that from the party. It should be because of if one or two MLAs or MPs feel relieved, but if counting number is that more.
I have the list with me. Let me read out the names and I'll ask you my second question, Ms. Roy. Kakoli Ghosh Dastidar, Shatabdi Roy, which is you, Sayoni Ghosh, Shatrughan Sinha, Yusuf Pathan.
I don't know about the Shayani, she signed or not, but
No, we are hearing that she is
Kakoli Ghosh also I know.
She is part of that list is what we are hearing. Yusuf Pathan, June Malia, Mala Roy, Mitali Bagh, Jagdish Chandra Basunia, Khalilur Rahman, Abu Tahir Khan, Partha Bhaumik, Bapi Haldar, Deepak Adhikari, Kalipada Soren, Arup Chakravarti, Sharmila Sarkar, Asit Kumar Mal, and Rachana Banerjee. That's the list that we have with us, Ms. Roy.
Yes, absolutely. Almost 20.
Yeah, this is a team of 19. You know, look, many 19. Things. Ma'am, you've been quoted as saying that Mamata Banerjee had changed. There was no access to her. There was corruption, etc. My simple question to you is to go a little deeper than that. All of these names that I've just read out are people, who were praising Mamata Banerjee till before the election results. You're all in the Lok Sabha, not in the Assembly. But I'm just saying that you were all leaders who were supportive of Mamata Banerjee before the election results. Something has changed after the election results. That is what I'm curious about. You have not spoken against Mamata Banerjee before the results.
If you are in the NDTV, you have to press that your TV channel. You can't say anything if you are happy. If you are not happy in your with your colleagues or your owners, you can't say anything because it's I think ethically you can't.
But madam, I'm asking you why. But why would this not? Why would all of these people wait till after the results to take such action?
No,
is my question.
If you ask me, it's for my decision was not a for defeated our party after fourth. It's not that. That time it was after fourth. Didi called us for 10 or after 20 to 12 days. That time I was expecting. She asked why we are defeated. What is the reason? Why? It's a very important question. Why? If you are not agreed or if you not analysis your defeat, then how you progress? Next time, next election and next day, tomorrow also we have done same things which is not good or which.
What did Mamata Banerjee tell you when you met her after the results? What did she tell you? What changed your mind?
No one can say their opinion. No one. She said we are not defeated against BJP. They are threatening me. That is every time she is usually talking to the channel. Every time it's the same thing, same result. No. She told me if you have any problem, if you have a complaint, just write it down. I don't think that is at our disaster time. We don't have time to write. You have to take this.
On a biryani date, he was entitled to recover, quote unquote, recover his investment. The audience laughed. The comedian laughed. The internet did not. In the second, a doctor casually spoke about discussing and comparing the genitalia of deceased male patients with her colleagues. Once again, it became part of the entertainment. Viewed separately, both incidents are controversial. Viewed together, they reveal something bigger about our culture and our comedy. Somewhere along the way, humiliation became humor, objectification became crowd work, and shock value became content. The issue is not whether the target is a man or a woman. The issue is whether basic dignity is being sacrificed just for a laugh. Had a male doctor publicly joked about discussing the bodies of deceased female patients, there would likely have been outrage. Had the biryani remark been directed at a man, many would still have found it offensive. The standard cannot change depending on who is at the receiving end viewer. Crowd work is built on spontaneity, but comedians are not passive observers. They decide what gets amplified, what gets challenged, and what becomes the punchline. Audiences too have a role to play. Every laugh is a signal about what we are willing to normalize. Comedy should provoke, should challenge. But when the joke relies on reducing people to transactions, body parts, or objects of ridicule, it is worth asking, where is the line? Where should that line be drawn? Because if everything is fair game for a laugh, eventually the joke stops being about the person on stage. It becomes, unfortunately, about us. And perhaps that is why these clips have struck such a nerve. They are not just exposing the limits of comedy, they are exposing the limits of our own apathy. And joining me live is Anshu Moore, stand-up comedian. Anshu, thank you for taking time out and speaking to us here on Breaking Ground. My first question to you. The defense being offered, Anshu, is that this was just crowd work and the comments came from the audience members, not the comedian. Is that a fair defense, Anshu, or does a comedian become responsible the moment he chooses to amplify a comment for laughs?
No, absolutely not a fair comment, Vedika. I think whatever has happened in that room is superbly unfortunate. this should not have happened. It is just not about the comedian or the audience members. The comedian had to be in control of the situation. Crowd work is not. The fundamentals of crowd work is that the comedian is in charge of everything that is happening in the room, including the conversations that are happening from the audience's side. So he has to be in control of that. And when I saw the clip, I was like, this is not comedy. Unfortunately, stand-up comedy once in a while gets ridiculed because of instances like this. And it's really, really horrific that this has happened.
So let's also talk about the second clip that's gone viral again. It involved a doctor discussing deceased male patients' bodies. Does the reaction to that clip suggest we have different standards for objectification depending on whether the target is a man or a woman? And moreover, shouldn't the comedian just step in and control the situation? And if he cannot, Anshu, then in that case, why even put this up for it to get viral? The messaging going out is that you want the views. This is clickbait.
So there are, unfortunately, there are some comedians who think that just creating shock value, creating a controversy will help them sell tickets. And that's a sad, unfortunate part of our business. But like you said, the comedian had to be in control. Just if you look at the fundamentals of crowd work from an art perspective in stand-up comedy, everything that happened in that room was wrong. Him allowing that conversation to even go. Comedians are very, very smart people normally, even if I'm saying so. They understand the room dynamics very, very quickly. That's our job. Even before that guy, uttered the second sentence, it was very clear that the direction he's going in is not going to be good. So the comedian should have controlled that, should have stopped that. If there was any ridicule that had to happen, he should have ridiculed that guy for even attempting to say something like that. But in this case, it was very clear that he let it go. He engaged in it. He didn't stop this at any point in time. And my biggest problem with this entire thing is that it happened in the room. Then he thought it was a great idea to edit this video out and put it. So that's his responsibility completely. I think he's looking for a controversy to sell tickets. That's all I can say. And he's not a comedian, in my view.
So let's talk about stand-up comedians, Anshu. Where do you personally draw the line between edgy comedy and content that risks dehumanizing or humiliating someone for entertainment?
See, every comedian has their own line, frankly speaking. There are two things which define. One is, which culture are you living in? Like, for example, if you're looking at India, it is very clear, and it is rightly so, very clear that you don't joke about religion at all, right? It's a sensitive topic. You don't joke about religion. In India, you also don't joke about politics, but it should be allowed. But that's what it is, right? If you don't have the craft of doing stand-up comedy in stage, the easiest thing to do on stage is create shock value. Use cuss words, which are not even a joke. It's just shock value where the audience laughs primarily because they find this whole thing very, unique. A guy holding a mic saying these kind of crazy things, and they somehow laugh. And comedians think that it's, some comedians think that, they're doing great comedy, and they go ahead with it. Like I said, every comedian has their own line. Some do absolutely clean comedy. Some even get into areas or subjects which are controversial, so to say, or sensitive. But then you should only get into those subjects if you have the craft to create a joke out of it, which is a good, smart joke. You can joke about anything.